right, always a pleasure to come out to these events at Callanwolde. It's such a beautiful venue, and so thank you, Ruth, for hosting these. The first poem I'm going to read tonight is going to appear later this month in a venue out of India called Glow Mag, published by Glory Sasakala, and it caters to ekphrastic poems. So each month I like to work with a different painter, artist, and photographers, and this month is a painting by Cody Lyon, who's a painter up in Colorado. This is called Floral Symphony, and it's dedicated to Mona Marie. I want to drip orange blossoms on your breasts and lick the sweat of sweet honey that rises up to pour from open pores. I want to place yellow daisies behind your ears and kiss the nectar of sacred rhythm that shakes gently as lips touch skin to taste God. I want to rip red roses from the earth's core and plant their essence of primal passion near the quake where your body reaches fever. I want to burn purple lilies in a pyre out on the lake of holy chaos while we dance to higher sounds of screaming sighs. This next piece appeared back in December at a cultural and political website called Dissident Voice out of Canada. I've been a weekly contributor there for the past 3.5 years. So this was a recent one called Product Placement. Place your tax break near my lower bracket and then brace for balance upon impact as I send you swirling toward the higher class of holy angels that walk amongst us here on earth. Place your precious lips around the swollen ego of my liver and then start to suck 20 years of wine from the organ, one glass at a time. Red or white, the story remains ever the same. Place your nuclear warhead on the tip of my tongue and then dance a jig as the fireworks ignite in an electric symphony of infinite explosions while I tap and tease every triggered red button I can find for my greedy little fingers. Place your hopes and dreams close to my weathered ears with a wanton whisper until the winds of change begin blowing hard across the wonderland of winter and the scales of the seasons shift as the righteous gavel falls hard in splinters. Place your lucky penny between the copper folds of my blistered palm and squeeze my hand with primal passion until the fist is red and screaming as 1,000 coins like grains of sand slip sadly through the sieve. Before I read my final one, I wanted to mention that there's another event coming up on January 27th nearby at the UUCA over off North Druid Hills. It's called Wine, Cheese, and Spoken Word, hosted by Carol Douglas, and I'll be the featured reader this month. There's also an open mic portion of the show, too. If anyone wants to come out to that, it's on January 27th.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
Yeah. So this last piece just came out in a new venue called the Cult Mag, published by Mitch Green and Rad Publishing here somewhere in Georgia. And this contributor copy just showed up this week, so I thought I'd read this one. It's called Tea Leaves and Upturned Tables. Here is my tongue, blackened with a bite, just the way you said you like it or love it or hate it or take it or leave it or save it for later. There is a perfect balance somewhere between a bleeding heart and complete detachment. Here's my war, red, raging, open for the season, slaughtered in the jungle, roaring on the mountain. Poetry is not my final form, but it put a gun against my guts and then demanded that I start spilling. Here is my spirit, indigo, glowing, ready to pop out the front of my skull, boiling to burst the bubble of boredom, ticking with the turning talks of time. This life is served raw on a silver platter. I came to feast and dance and laugh and cry and weep and wail and moan. I came to kiss it, the spaces where sin sleeps, and lick the core of absolution until it springs awake and back into action. Here is my flag, striped with stars, rising when the night seems darkest, waving with a righteous wind, dawning as the sign of New Atlantis. Thank you.